all the whole time. All right, let's see. We are live on YouTube. Let's let this video connect. I'm just saying my life a little messy right now, Dr. Okay, come on. Give me this link so we can put it in the group. We put the link in the group to YouTube Live so that our community can join us in the YouTube Live chat. All right. Speaking of community, if you are a solopreneur or an entrepreneur who is struggling to get to your first 6 figures in business, our community, our group is for you. You need to join us, shaycannon.info/group. Okay, I got this link. Come on. Let me throw it in here. Boom. Okay. Let's make sure I can see the live chat, and there it is. We are ready. So we have 3 pillars of value in our group, and that is we actually commune and come together. We actually collaborate, which makes our businesses better, and we make money together. And we have conversations that are transformational for your business growth. So you definitely want to be in our group. It's free. I hear it's better than some of those paid masterminds you over there spending money on. So hey, you should join shaycannon.info/group. All right, let's get started. Good morning. Welcome to Unlock Your First 6 Figures Morning Show. I am your host, Shay Cannon. It all starts with the blog. This week's blog is at shaycannon.com/revenue, because what we're talking about is where to find revenue now. Okay. Over the weekend, when I thought about what we're going to talk about this week, I said, with the way the economy is, with the way the marketing atmosphere is, with the way you need to be president-proof in your life, you need to know how to go get your money, okay? So I decided to sit down and think of 4 ways you can go get money right now. The first way was to go back to past clients or current clients. If you want to know the strategies and the execution behind that, go to yesterday's replay, because that was part 1. Today is part 2, and we're going to talk about going to your active audience members. As usual, Teray was ahead of us on yesterday, and she kind of tapped into this a little bit. And so we're going to talk about it more today, right? So you have people that when you put out content, when you show up and you speak, when you do different things where you're showing your expertise, they may not have bought from you yet, but they are primed to buy from you, okay? You have been nurturing them. They already like and know you. They're on the precipice of trusting you enough to give you their money in exchange for what you're promising as a transformation, okay? So from a strategic approach, they're ready to buy. Okay, they're ready to buy. They're what you call a warm lead. Most of them are what you probably call a hot lead. Like they are ready. You just need to put it out there for them. Maybe even call them by name and say, hey, I know you've been showing up. I see you still have this problem. Hey, it's time for you to get such and such offer, right? I want to meet you on the other side of your transformation. Let me help you with that. Okay, so active members, they're already familiar with the brand. They're interested in the brand. These people are more likely to convert into paying customers due to their existing engagement. Additionally, they can act as brand advocates, promoting your business to their networks and driving further growth. I've had many people who felt like they weren't situated enough to take me up on my offers, but they were like, nah, but my friends though, I got friends that are ready to, do business with you right now, right? So active audience members, all right? So that's what's in the blog. Let's go deeper. Let's give you more, because in the morning show, we give more, okay? So I have 10 strategies for you to use your active clients. I'm looking at this because it's spelled wrong. Your active audience to start making money now, all right? The first one, regular updates. Keep your audience informed about the new offers that you have going on, okay? Regular updates. Remind them about your old offers, but you should be telling them time and time again what you got going on, Okay. You can do this through newsletters. You can do this on your social media. You can do this on your webinars. Okay. But it's great to put out content. But as Gary Vayner even says, it's jab, jab, right hook. You can't just keep jabbing, giving good value, and you never right hook and ask them to buy. Okay. So regular updates about what you have as an offer. Exclusive deals. We're back at exclusive deals, right? Because I have exclusive deals for past and current clients, and I have exclusive deals for my community, right? So my community gets a percentage off or money off of my workshops. It's just not as much as people who are actually investing in themselves through me, okay? But that I do have exclusive deals for my audience, okay? Value-driven content. Just like you can have a sales event, you can have content that you can then ask for the sale at the end, okay? Provide valuable content that highlights the benefits of your offers, solving their problems, and adding value to their lives. Please remember, it's all about the transformation. But the transformation is wrapped in great content. And guess what great content is wrapped in? Great storytelling. So don't forget about that. All right, interactive content, okay? You can use polls, you can use quizzes, you can use assessments, interactive content to engage your audience and gather insights, and based on the insights, push them to the most likely offer that's best for them. Okay, we can't forget to do these things. I know Dr. LaFera has had a quiz in the past. She's probably getting one done for her new offerings, but we all need to have some type of poll, quiz, assessment, something as a lead magnet. Okay, I am currently working on one of my lead magnets that is the 20 it's a 20 question assessment for what's keeping you from getting to your first 6 figures. Well, the problem with that is it's a PDF, and I want to put it in a actual like quiz assessment type form where you're actually answering and then the next question comes up, rather than it being a PDF, because I wanted to now report your results back to me so that I can use that to have a conversation with you, right? So I'm in the process of getting that migrated. Again, go high level, loving it. Community building. You need to create and nurture an online community where your audience can interact with each other, share experiences, and support each other, okay? So yes, your email list is a type of community. However, your community cannot commune on your email list, okay? So a place for them to be online. Now, again, I haven't said what place, but some place for them to gather online. I have a Facebook group. That's our group, shaycannon.info/group. Go, because I know that that's where everybody already is. And so I would rather you come into where it's already convenient for you to be, because I know that my people are busy. Okay. So yes, they do have these other places that you can take people, but if it's not where they already go, you're going to have a huge obstacle in getting them to commune over there. Okay. So if you're going to choose a Facebook group, LinkedIn group, or these groups that are online that you don't own and can't control, right? The algorithm and the rules of, just make sure you also get them on your email list, okay? So if you ever decide to move the location of the online community, you can let everybody know. So that is a control you will have, okay? Next thing, personalized recommendations, okay? So using data and analytics to offer personalized products and service recommendations. So this is no different than the personalized communication from yesterday for your past and current clients. When it comes to your audience, right? When it comes to you guys, everybody in the audience who has not invested in themselves through me, I might not know everything about your business, but I do know what topics we talk about seem to do the best for the group, right? What topics we talk about that have the most engagement, what topics we talk about that have the most clicks, right? So that is data that I can use to now talk to my group, my community, about what the data is showing me. Hey, I know y'all, again, I think I said it yesterday, right? Yes, y'all are okay with the mindset stuff and the executive functioning stuff, but what you gravitate towards is, baby, I need more money in my business, right? So that's why we're back around to getting your revenue now. The data told me that, okay? Behind the scenes content. Okay, this is one of Shawana's things, behind the scene content. She loved to do behind the scenes videos. So share behind the scenes content to give your audience a glimpse into your business operations and into your business culture, right? So if you do group coaching, you can do a clip from one of your group coaching meetings, okay? If you do one-on-one coaching, you could do a clip from one-on-one coaching, okay? But you basically, or you can do like a demo of behind the scenes of your course. You can do behind the scenes. I'm about to start releasing some of the behind the scenes retreat stuff. So get ready to Ray, Heather, and Shawana. Look, you're on. You about to be highlighted, right? Shout out to Dania. It's about to go down, right? So behind the scenes content helps people to understand, hey, it's as fun as it looks over here, right? And let them know what offer it is, okay? Social proof, social proof. What we know is the more we're showing people that we're actually getting other people the result that they want, the transformation that they need, and that they're willing to invest in, the more they're willing to invest with you, right? I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people worry about some credentials. They worry about how many followers somebody has. You're worrying about the wrong thing. What you need to be focused on is, how can you show that you're actually getting the result for people? That's the social proof. That trumps credentials, that trumps influence, that trumps all the things, okay? We don't want the vanity metrics. We want to see how you actually helping people. Can you do what you say you can do, okay? And are other people saying that, or is it just you saying that? All right. Content upgrades, content upgrades. Offer content upgrades such as downloadable resources, templates, or exclusive guides in exchange for engagement and contact information. What is the morning show in your inbox, right? Y'all know, y'all were there when I came up with it. Y'all were there when I said, hey, I need to put this in place. And y'all were there when I finally put it in place. And now it's in place. Hey, want to get the morning show in your inbox? Sign up at shaycannon.com/show. Because what I understood was I now have another community of sorts here on YouTube. So how do I get you off of YouTube and onto my email list? Even though I haven't been talking to my email list. We're going to get back into that later, okay? But so shaycannon.com/show. You can now get the morning show in your inbox. You can get a reminder. You can get access to the show notes. So that's that extra content upgrade, right? And you can get a link to the replay. So I'm making it convenient for you. I'm thinking of something I think you would want, and in exchange for your email address, I'm going to give it to you, right? I'm doing a convenience for you. I'm not just saying, hey, give me your email address so I can tell you what's going on with me. You know what I'm saying? Because don't nobody care what's going on with you. What's in it for them? All right. So let's go back through these. You're listening, Shawana? Listen to this list, Shawana, because I'm going to start with you. All right. But strategies for active audience members and getting your money from them now. And you should recognize some of these from yesterday. Okay. So we got regular updates, exclusive deals, value-driven content, interactive content. I didn't even talk about the live Q&A sessions, y'all. Let's talk about that for a second. My bad. Host a live Q&A session to directly address their questions and concerns, building trust and rapport. I have trauma around live Q&A because I'm going to tell you, have some questions ready, have some frequently asked questions ready, have some questions for them ready, because if you just go live and talk about ask me anything, you might be sitting there talking to yourself like I was one day on Clubhouse. We ain't going to talk about it no more though. Okay, so let me start over. Regular updates, exclusive deals, value-driven content, interactive content, live Q&A sessions, community building, personalized recommendations, behind-the-scenes content, social proof, and content upgrades, okay? So by focusing on your active audience, you can definitely cultivate a loyal following, but also you can start converting them into paying customers, okay? So we actively promote our brand. We're driving sustained growth and engagement with our active community. All right. Too bad if you're not in the studio, because Teray has dropped the whole list. This list is in the show notes for today. So if you're getting the morning show in your inbox, you'll also get this. If you're in our community, shaycannon.info/group. I will also be dropping them in the group later. Over here on YouTube, live chat, we have Kimberly over here. We got Chantalee over here, and we have Keith. Good morning. So from those 10 strategies I gave y'all, Kimberly, Chantalee, and Keith, tell me which two you know you need to go do right now to get some revenue from your active audience right now, okay? Now, going to Shawana, what two do you know you need to do to go get money from your audience right now?
Thank you for the repeat of that list, and thank you to Ray for writing it down. One of the things that I do have to get back to is the Q&A. I was doing that, and I've kind of gotten away from it because that is a way for people to even hear what it is that I do. And you know that often I do try to run that reel back and show behind the scenes. So I do have some other stuff coming up, some recordings coming up. So I will be doing some more behind the scenes for some upcoming work. But that Q&A is definitely a way for people to hear what it is that I do, and then the behind the scenes can show what I do.
Yes. And again, with the Q&A, you might have to give them a topic to narrow it down. See, the problem is people are tired. People are busy. If you leave the slate too clean, they're not going to think for you, right? So if you at least narrow the scope down for them, they're more likely to come up with questions. So even this morning show is just a Q&A from the blog, right? All we're doing is taking a piece of the blog. We're narrowing down the information on that and me asking you, do you have any questions about it every morning, right? It's a live Q&A session that I have turned into a morning show. You too can do that, right? But even if you do a Q&A, you do it around a specific topic, like pick a pain point, right? So for Shawana, she does video for your social media. So she may say, hey, what is the number one thing stopping you from creating video content for your social media, right? That at least gives me something to narrow in on, not just what question do you have about video for social media? No, ask, what is your number one obstacle? Okay. All right. You can even go, what is your number one obstacle for Instagram? You can go, even narrower, right? So give them something. Also, while they're thinking, be ready to have something frequently asked questions like, one of the questions I always get about Instagram is, what is the difference between a story and a reel? And which one is best for my business, right? So if you start that, they're going to be like, yeah. Tell me more about that, right? So just be aware of that for your live Q&As. Let's go to Dewana.
Wait,
Dewana.
I just got it real quick.
Yes.
What you just said about the story versus the reel is a great example, because sometimes because we are in it, we forget the things that we think is simple. Some people just honestly don't know what it is. And so we have to remember the basic stuff to help people even want to lean in, because sometimes if we're so deep in the layers of what it is that we do, right, exactly, the higher level of it, we're forgetting the basic stuff that will intrigue them to begin with. So yes, I love that.
And I will tell you, Shawana, that's what ChatGPT can come in and help you a lot, right? Because even some of the things I talk to y'all about, some of this stuff is stuff I just do automatically. I don't think about it as a process or a strategy. It's just what I do because I'm an expert in it, right? Or some of it is stuff that's baseline foundational stuff I know I need to do, whether I'm doing it or not, but I don't think to share it. So ChatGPT can help you with that. Just go to ChatGPT and say, hey, I help entrepreneurs, whatever your elevator pitch is, right? What are some frequently asked questions about the transformation that I give? Okay. And then just let it run it for you. And then, me, I ask, hey, give me 10 more without repeating. I'll 10 more it to death, 20 more it to death. I don't go above 20 though. I don't like it when it start trying to give me 50, because within the 50, it's already repeating. All right. So use your elevator pitch and say, the transformation I give is this. And say, what are some frequently asked questions about this transformation? List 10, list 20, right? And then come back and say, give me 10 more or 20 more without repeating. Y'all got that? Cool beans. All right, now let's go to Dewana. What 2 strategies from today do you know you need to go out there and do with your active audience to get some money now?
Good morning, everybody. And actually, what y'all are just talking about is so good. And Shawana, you just narrowed it down because you really got to make it talk to me like I'm 3 years old. Sometimes just keep it basic. And the Q&A for me is something I've been thinking about here recently, just to really start and incorporate. And how can I do it? So I love this session. I want to do that. I have not ever done that, but that's something I actually want to do.
Yeah.
And that's really top of the list for me. How can I just get my people engaged and do something new? And that's what I want to do. I love that.
Yeah. And I have found, Dewana, that when you make it make sense, and when you make it simple, and when you make it convenient and doable, those are the keys, right? Make it make sense, make it, give them a simple path to do it, you know what I'm saying? And help them to understand why they should be doing it. That usually does it. Cause that's all I do with y'all, right? Sometimes I take what other people are saying that's such a complex thing and I break it down and tell you, hey, this is why they're saying that, but this is actually what they mean. And this is actually all you have to do, right?
And simplicity is the key. Simplicity is the key. Yeah.
It is. Because when people think about transitioning their life to being plant-based or vegetarian or vegan or whatever, all they think about is all the things they don't know. Right?
And they overthink it. And it's
they
not
overthink it.
Yeah, it's not that serious. It is so simple. It really is. And we just got to break it all the way down. Yeah.
And let me tell you, it's so funny because I'm having the pleasure of one of the influencers I love on the e-commerce side. I am now in his coaching program on behalf of my client, Dr. Joffrey. So if you know, Dr. Joffrey has his vitamin line. We put together a vitamin line, right? Shield Vitamins, shieldvitamins.com if you would like to patronize. But right now we need more information on how to sell in this climate, right? So we hired Justin Phillips. Justin Phillips, if you've been on any top black, if you listen to any top black podcast about business, he's been on there talking about e-coms. He's had a huge amount of success. He has even started coaching programs because he just had success on his own with his business partner. And then he started teaching people how to do certain things. They had success. He's now turned that into a coaching program. I got to meet him one-on-one over Zoom. I was the only one there. I got to just run it down and just woo. And that thing now is an expert on that e-com, let me tell you. But let me also tell you how he confirmed like the things I know about business. He was like, the first thing we need to do is focus on one product line and one avatar in one platform. Ain't that what I tell y'all? Single focus. Girl, please. Let me tell y'all something. All he was doing was confirming the things I already knew, right? And so I went through that thing and I was like, oh, okay. Thank you very much, right? So I got his ebook. If you are in my community and you have a physical product, I ran you that ebook in your inbox last night. So check your inbox. Dr. Farah has a product. Check your inbox. Kimberly over here, you got a product. Check your inbox. Okay. Because e-commerce is physical products, right? Now, let's get to where we at? We're on Cheryl. Cheryl, tell me 2 strategies from today that you know you can use on your active audience to bring in revenue right now. Did you go to sleep on us? So Kimberly in the YouTube chat said one product line or one product. Kimberly, for you, I'm gonna say one product. For Dr. Joffrey, it will be one product line because he's trying to bring in more, which I was like, should we be doing that? So we're doing one product line for him, but you have to understand the more things you put into it, the more resources you're going to need, the more of everything, because you're putting more into it, right? So it's more things that need a focus now. So with you, I'm going to say one product. All right. Let's go to Dr. LaFera. Dr. LaFera, what are 2 strategies from today's lineup? Do you know you can go to your active audience and get revenue right now?
So I like the live Q&A sessions. But I will be asking them like what's keeping them from eating healthier or juicing. Since I'm getting ready to do a challenge. And then I also be building it into my stories. Like telling them like DeWanna said, like reasons why they should be doing it. And then and by just calling out like, pain points and stuff like that, like, are you experiencing this and this and this? And then like maybe personalized recommendations, because I already kind of do that when I do my videos. Like I break it off into pain points, and I might create like a juice for different pain points. So like personalized recommendations. And
Well, I wouldn't say create a
Mhm.
juice for them. I would say tell them to use more of an ingredient. Don't just give away a recipe. You see what I'm saying? Like if I come to
do, yeah,
you
and I like
and I
what you're saying too
say,
about that.
yeah,
'Cause
I've been having, at 52 years old, I've noticed that me being tall, I've been having more problems with my knees, right? Then I would not want you to give me a full recipe, right? Because you sell recipes or that's a part of an offering. But instead,
yeah,
what you
will be.
can say is you probably need to use more ginger in your juicing. You
Yeah,
see what I'm saying?
I
Because
like that.
that's still helpful, but it's not dipping into what you actually sell.
Yeah. And that's what I do when I talk in person too. I just say, add more of this or this. Yeah.
Yes, I love that. But
Mhm.
do it just the way that I do it, right? So you see that I give you a topic. I ask you, do you have any questions, right? And individually, if you're saying something, I do give you a personalized strategy about that. But what you're doing to keep it from conflicting with your offers or cannibalizing your offers where they don't even buy your offers is you have to set what is the parameter that you will not go past. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So for
Yeah, I
y'all,
like
what
that.
you know is if it sounds like you have a clarity issue, you need to get a strategy session. I'm not going to solve your clarity issue on this morning show, right? We're assuming you have clarity on this morning show. So there has to be some kind of baseline that you have an assumption of so that you can take them back to an offering that if they do not fit the assumption, they can get it. You see what I'm saying? Yes. Love it. Hey, Twin. Good morning. Good morning, Twin. All right. Let's go to Teray. Teray, what's two of the strategies from today that you can use with your active audience? Because you have a Facebook group and they are active, baby. They're loving it over there. So what are two of the strategies from today you can dip into that tribe and make money now?
Yeah, well, the first one is community building. Because if anybody's going to build that community, they will build it. Because 6 months ago, 8 months ago, the end of last year, I was like, how in the world am I going to build? I felt responsible for building it. How do I build it? But now I'm like, they'll build it.
Yes.
Because they're excited about the community. But the second thing, and this is shocking to me, but what makes sense is content upgrades. Because I feel like the content that I put out, if I upgrade it to blogs and newsletters, I can translate that into other platforms. And I don't mean to dip into tomorrow's topic, but I can collaborate with other, platforms, and that will help get the word out, which will help to build my community.
Yes.
So it all kind of ties in together.
Yes, I love that. So basically, at the end of the day, if you're going to assign community building to the community, then your assignment is community nurturing, right?
Right.
And so that's kind of what you focus on. And so now what you want to do is take that same dynamic and put it in other places. You want a distribution for that same dynamic, right? So I love it. But I think that the thing that you're going to have to decide, which is where I am right now, you guys will start to notice that some of my calls to actions on my contents are changing because I'm tackling that consistency versus strategy, right? What is going to be the hub? Is the Facebook group going to stay the hub so that even when you do a newsletter, even when you do an article, even you bring them back there, right? And then the people that are there, where are you driving them to? right? You got to like understand what does this pipeline look like? So just think through that part.
Yeah, that's actually what I've been doing. I've been working on my customer journey this in the last week.
Yes.
And I'm trying to create a membership. That's my goal. I don't want the goal to be the Facebook page. I want the goal to be the membership.
Yes.
I want the customer, the group to be the beginning of the customer journey, not the book, the group.
Yes.
And I want it to funnel into the membership.
Love it.
So that's the goal.
That is the goal, but a little different. Just tweak that a little differently. When you're talking about where you put content at, right? We understand that the content and where you talk about it is going to be at the beginning of your funnel, right? But then the content itself, you have to decide strategically, every place you place content, where do you want to drive them to as traffic? And sometimes it may be within the platforms, right? But how do you get them out of the platforms and then attach it to the funnel that you have in mind, right? So that's what I'm saying.
Like YouTube.
Yes. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or your Facebook group. So that's what I'm having to think through right now. People on YouTube, where do I want them to go from YouTube? My email address. My email list, right? Okay. People from Facebook, where do I want them to go? I have to invite them into the group. They're already on Facebook. Let me get them into the group. People in the group, where do I want you to go? I want you to come to a workshop. You see what I'm saying? Like really think through how on not just the high level customer journey, but on the content customer journey. Where does each platform equal out to get you to the general customer journey? So that I'm even working that out right now.
Yeah.
So it's crazy because like I have, like now that I'm doing the mindset minute content, I was like, where do I want them to go? And I'm like, okay, I think I want them to go to the discovery call, right? I would change that to the assessment when I get it interactive, right? But then on YouTube, I was like, where do I want them to go? As y'all know, I came up with the morning show in your inbox. The group, we already got the group. Well, the group is a well-oiled machine now. We just I need to focus on recruiting again. But every time we're putting content somewhere and we're giving value and we're showing up as the expert, that's only a part of it. We should be doing that for a reason. So how do we push them to where we want to go everywhere that we show up as a expert? So yeah.
So are you saying we should create a different funnel for every platform?
I'm saying that, for example, right? If we were to look at the sewer system of a city, right? We know that let's say just take a subdivision. We know everybody in the subdivision connects up to the one sewer, right? That's a no-brainer, right? But how about inside the house? How do we get it out of the house from the different sources of drains in the house to the, on the pipeline to the sewer? So everybody knows that the general pipeline is house to sewer, house to sewer, house to sewer. But within the house, you have bathrooms, you have kitchens, you know what I'm saying? You might have a utility room, you have a washroom, and all of them have drains. How do we get these things to the big pipeline? So if you look at the bathroom, the kitchen, the laundry room as your content places, think about how are we connecting them up to the main sewer, because some of them connect to each other, right? That's why sometimes you have bathrooms back to back, so they come together in the same pipe. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have the kitchen and the utility room right there together, so they come together as a pipe. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. Did that make it better or worse?
No, that made it better.
Okay. Yeah, because see, some content, even though it's in a different place, you might lead it as a very next step to the same place, right? But it's not connected up to the main funnel yet.
Right.
But you have to think the people in that place, what is most convenient, what is most simple for them to take as a next step.
Right.
Yeah.
So that ultimately leads you back to the whole tofu, mofu, bofu.
It definitely does.
Right. Because my group on Facebook, that's my warm audience. All I have to do is put up an offer and they're going to pull out their credit card. But the
Yes.
thing is that if I create a YouTube page and I start putting up content, if I create an offer, they're not ready to pull out their credit card.
Mm-mm.
So it's going to take a couple more pipes
Yes.
to get them to, you know what I mean? So the funnel is not going to funnel the way the Facebook group is going to funnel.
Exactly.
So I got to
And
funnel.
not only that, if you go talking on LinkedIn people are not coming to
They're
your
not
Facebook group.
Right.
You see
They're
what I'm
not
saying?
invite
So
them to
both of them are
Right.
content, but how do you
Right.
get them? So that's
this-
how I want you to
the
think.
same audience, but they're not as warm as my group. So it's a different.
Exactly.
They're coming from
Exactly.
all the way upstairs in the back in the laundry room,
Mhm.
whereas the people in my group are right here in the kitchen and they're close to the drain.
Exactly. So
Oh
my LinkedIn
oh
people,
my gosh.
I know, right? So my LinkedIn people, it makes no sense for me to invite them to the Facebook group where I nurture a lot, but it does make sense for me to invite them to get the morning show in their inbox. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And to come on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I already have their email address because they got the morning show in their inbox.
Right. So
Yeah.
so let me ask you this.
Yes, please do.
Does it make sense for me to Lamar once said that he uses his book as a business card?
Yes. Well, he doesn't really use it as a business card. He uses it as a lead magnet.
Okay, a lead magnet. Well, whenever I say a business card, that's kind of what I mean. So
Yeah.
a lot of times whenever you're
Well,
talking,
it's kind of, so I wanted to differentiate because it's kind of two different strategies. You can use your book as a business card where basically you want people to know you're a published author and you
Right.
get that credibility, but it stops there. You're
right.
not getting contact information from them. You see what I'm saying? You're not getting money from them. They just know that you have high credibility. So we do that when we are using it in our introductions at the beginning of
that's
things.
what I'm talking about. Right. So
Yeah.
people, it's a cold audience. Whenever I'm on somebody's random group and I'm giving random advice, somebody's like, I don't know what to do. I've been dating this guy, and I'm on somebody else's platform, and I said, well, what does anybody have any advice? And I'm like, hey, you don't know me, you don't know what I'm about, you don't know who I'm gonna have a group, you don't know what my background is, but I just want to give you this advice. If you want more information, here's my advice. But if you want more information, just so you know, I wrote a book. This is what it is.
Yes.
She's cold. She doesn't know who I am. But the fact that I wrote a book and I'm credible, she's cold. And so that's what I've been doing.
Yeah. So I think that now you need to add the next step. You need to go from the book is the business card to maybe the book is the lead magnet or whatever the lead magnet is. Right? Because you can always say, hey, I'm Teray Ward. I wrote a book called this. My advice to you is this. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know more, just DM me, right? So you use the book as a business card to answer the question, to be elevated, to be an expert, right? But then the next, I know, it thing get on my nerves.
Mine does the same thing with the thumbs up.
But the next thing you want is DM me if you want more help, if you want me to continue to explain. But now where do we get them from the DM? Well, hey, I'll send you this book for free. All you got to do is pay postage. So that's what the next part, right? If you use the book as a lead magnet, or you can say, hey, I also have a PDF that explains, this, that, whatever, sign up for it here. Yeah. So you want to have both in place. Book as a business card and book as a lead magnet, or at least some lead magnet.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I can give them my book and then they'll get it on Amazon, but then that's a potential lead, and I'm not collecting any information. I can't follow up, nothing. And I'm not going to go in their inbox like, hey there, I see that you were interested in blah, blah, blah. Are you interested? Would you want to join my group?
And so because I know that you don't want to be bothered with fulfillment of book orders, right? We're not going to do book as a lead magnet. So you just have to do a lead magnet based on the book that then at the end of the lead magnet has the Amazon link. But you have already also gotten their email address.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love it. Love it. All right. Over here on the YouTube side, Keith says social proof and behind the scenes of how I work and my processes. Because you got processes down, Keith. You need to share some of that. That can be screen recorded, my computer screen, setting up this tripod of mine and get busy. Yes. And he said, Leticia Austin, if y'all don't know, that's our tech guru that's in our community. He said she gave me some great ideas on how to get started during our summit. She did. She did, most definitely. All right. We don't have any more questions over here on the YouTube side. So again, let's go and give Dr. Joffrey a shout out. Out of his immunity line, I take the vitamin C every day. Look at that. I also take the one that is the immunity gummies. Okay. The third one in the line is vitamin D, but I live in Mexico. Even on the rooftop, I'm getting vitamin D. So I don't so much take that one. Just saying. All right. What are our announcements for today before we get out of here? If you want the morning show in your inbox, you will get a morning time reminder to hop on the YouTube live. You will get an afternoon link to the show notes and to the replay. Join or go to shaycannon.com/show. All right. Tonight is my episode of Design Your CEO Life on the Indie Soup Media Network at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I will join you in the live chat on YouTube. I'm going to share my thoughts. I'll take your questions and I'm going to be silly. Y'all know I'm going to be me. So that is tonight. And by tomorrow, I should have you guys this link ready for the workshop anniversary sale. I did some testing last night and found a few little glitches. So we're going to clear those up today and be ready to give you the link to the workshops, 2 for $97 or 3 for $147. And it will include the live version of this month's workshop. So we'll have that ready for you tomorrow too, a week out from the date. So, all right, guys, have a great day. Unless you have a question. This last call for alcohol. Do you have a question? You got a question? Anybody got a question? Denise over here, Brooklyn Cleaning said, love those vitamins. I know that's right, Denise, baby. I'm just saying, I already have a great immune system, but I definitely understand that in times where people are getting sick from crowds, yeah, it's further protection for me. So when I used to come to the United States for the TSP events or whatever, baby, I used to be loaded up with my gummies, getting my shield from my vitamins. All right. Shieldvitamins.com if y'all want to go and patronize Dr. Joffrey, and it actually works. So I love it. All right, guys. Well, have a great day. Studio is closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you tomorrow.